Hello and welcome to French Class Teacher Podcast, the podcast that turns learning French into a simple, motivating, and straightforward experience. You really want to have real conversations, right? Not just yes, no answer. Then you need to master open questions. In the previous podcast, we learned how to ask closed questions that can be answered with yes or no. Today, this is the part 2 for asking open questions. Open questions help you connect, communicate, and sound natural in everyday situations, such as ordering food, meeting people, professional purposes, or traveling in France. In this episode, you will learn how to form open questions in French, including real life examples with English translation. I give you also some tips for you to improve the listening. You can adjust the playback speed depending on your level. Listen once without stopping just to understand the general idea. Then listen a second time, paying attention to details. And finally, download the worksheet and exercises from my website, FrenchClassTeacher.com, complete exercise library. And then practice with the exercises. So let's get started. What is open question? An open question requires more than a yes or no answer. It invites someone to explain, describe, or express something. In French, open question can start with qui, which means who. It can also start with when, quand, or why, pourquoi, or how, comment, or where, où, or what, which is quoi or que, and how much, how many is combien. Now I give you examples with translation. When you want to ask a question with where, so où in French. Où habites-tu? Where do you live? Où vas-tu en vacances cette année? Where are you going on vacation this year? When you want to ask a question with why, pourquoi? Pourquoi étudies-tu le français? Why are you studying French? Pourquoi ce restaurant est-il si populaire? Why is this restaurant so popular? When you want to ask a question with comment, how? Comment vas-tu aujourd'hui? How are you today? Comment prépare-t-on un bon café? How do you make a good coffee? When you want to ask a question with qui, who, qui est ton acteur préféré? Who is your favorite actor? Qui t'a conseillé ce livre? Who recommended you this book? When you want to ask a question with quand, when. Quand commences-tu ton nouveau travail? When do you start your new job? Quand est ton prochain voyage? When is your next trip? When you want to ask a question with quoi, de quoi, or que, which is what in English. Qu'est-ce que tu fais ce week-end? Or you can also say, que fais-tu ce week-end? I repeat. Qu'est-ce que tu fais ce week-end? Or you can also say, que fais-tu ce week-end? It's exactly the same meaning. What are you doing this weekend? De quoi as-tu besoin? What do you need? When you want to ask a question with combien, how much, how many, combien de langues parles-tu? How many languages do you speak? Combien coûte ce panier? How much does this basket cost? Asking open questions is one of the fastest ways to improve your French fluency, confidence, and conversation skills. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. So next time you are speaking French, whether it's in a cafe, a classroom, or during travel, use these open questions to create richer and more meaningful conversations. Don't be shy. If you make mistakes, it's okay. These are not mistakes, but experiences that help you to improve. And between us, everyone appreciates it when you try to speak their language. Keep listening, repeating, and practicing. Every episode brings you closer to natural French. If you enjoyed this episode, remember that you can find the full podcast library, interactive exercises, vocabulary lists, download PDF, etc., and much more. You can also subscribe to the podcast, leave a rating, and share this episode. It's the best way to support my work and help other learners like you. Thank you for learning me today. And keep going, stay consistent, and most importantly, enjoy the process. À bientôt!